Gigi here, welcome back to my channel. Now this is the dupe video for the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. Now, I know that this is not an original idea. I know that this has been done before, and that's when I previously first saw it. And I really wanted to do it for myself and see and compare them for myself. Also, I wanted to share it with you guys because I know some of you viewers that watch me may not watch somebody else and may not watch the next person, etc. So I decided to do this video for you guys and for myself, I guess, to compare them and see how it goes. Now, I've also got every single other one of the I Heart Makeup dupe palettes. So I Heart Makeup did dupe palettes for every single of the Chocolate Bar Too Faced palettes. Now I do know that the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette is now a permanent line in the Too Faced family. So I do know that, you know, everyone's going to be able to get the handle on this, and if they want to, and it is going to be available. I got mine in the first run where it was like limited edition, they weren't going to make them anymore, and I would have done anything to get this, and I did, so that sounds terrible. But anyway, so this was like my super prized possession, so I'm actually a little bit devastated that they've now made it like everybody can get it and it's going to be permanent, because that was like half the reason, why I wanted this so bad, is because that it was just like limited edition. I love this palette so much. I love this palette, but I hardly ever use this palette because to me it's like my most prized palette, so I hardly ever use it. And then to watch a video and find out that actually there is a dupe palette of the exact same shades, the exact same everything, and it is like super ultra cheap. So that definitely appealed to me because now I can actually take these shades. I would never take my Sweet Peach palette anywhere with me on holidays or anything, absolutely not, because there's no way that I was ever going to risk that getting damaged. So now I can actually take these colours with me, so I'm really excited about that. I created this look using this palette here on my right eye and my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette on my left eye, so using the same shades but in creating the same like look on both eyes, just to compare them too. So I go through every single shade with you guys and how accurate and guess in comparison they are, how pigmented they are. I have all four of these that are dupes for the Too Faced, and I have those to give away, and that will be coming really soon. I'm going to film all four of these and then I'm going to film the giveaway, so that should be up hopefully within the end of next week, I'm thinking. So keep your eye out for that, and of course subscribe so you don't miss out. So if you want to see how I found these palettes and how I created this look, then just keep watching. These are the two palettes side by side. I'm pretty sure that you've seen them, or you've seen probably photos on my Instagram if they're up yet, I'm not sure. But these are the two palettes side by side, so similar, like crazy similar. I'm pretty sure that there might be only just be like maybe one or two shades that actually like sort of didn't make it in the dupe palette, but I'm a bit disappointed that the dupe palette doesn't smell like peach. Like, I know that that is probably like the one thing really defining this Too Faced palette, but I'm a little bit disappointed. So let's create a look using these two palettes. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette on my left eye. Yeah, that's right. And I'm going to be using my I Heart Makeup Chocolate and Peaches palette on my right eye. So I'm also going to make sure that I'm really careful to clean my brushes in between each palette and each shade. That way we get that true sort of representation of the colour itself and not sort of just a bit of the Too Faced, if you know what I mean. Okay, so the first shade that I'm going to be doing out of the Sweet Peach palette is called White Peach, and I'm just going to pop this all over my lid. And then from the I Heart Makeup palette, I'm going to be taking, this is the shade Delicious, which is the exact same shade. It's actually much more pigmented. And now I think I'm going to create like quite a peachy sort of halo eye effect. So now I'm going to go in with the shade Candied Peach out of the Too Faced palette. This shade is by far the best shade out of the entire palette, if you ask me, this peach palette. Now taking the I Heart Makeup palette, and this shade in this palette is, believe it or not, it's called Peach. I feel like the I Heart Makeup palette is actually taking less to build up, so it's actually, I'm feeling like so far it's a little bit more pigmented. I guess that opinion could change soon, but so far with the sort of matte shades, it's actually more pigmented than the Too Faced. Okay, so far with that shade, if you didn't know that I was using two different palettes, you would have no clue. Those shades are identical. The next shade out of the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette that I'm going to use is this really dark brown, and this is called Charmed, I'm sure. And from the I Heart Makeup palette, this shade is called Keen. Okay, now the next shade that I'm going to be taking out of the Sweet Peach palette is going to be the shade Luscious, and it's this shade here, and I'm just going to pop that on the very inner part of my eye, and I'm also going to wet this with my MAC Fix Plus. I'm also going to wet the other eyeshadow as well from the other palette. And the dupe shade out of this palette is called Fruit. It's actually quite a little bit different in tone to the Too Faced. It's a bit peachier in shade, whereas the Too Faced is a little bit golder. Okay, and another shade that I'm going to take out of the Too Faced palette is this shade here, and it's called Nectar. I'm going to pop this in the middle as well. And the dupe shade for this palette is called Sweet. Yeah, that one I'd say is pretty identical. Alright, and I'm just going to take the highlight that I used for the rest of my face today and pop that on my inner corner. Now some liner and lashes. And now on to my lips. Now I'm going to pump my lips first, and then I'm going to use this Colourpop Ultra Matte Lip. This is a new one for me. This is in Speed Dial, and this is out of their Peachy set. And if you have been wondering about my lip plumping, I have gone and purchased like a whole bunch of different lip plumping products, and that video comparing them all and all the rest of it will be on my channel when it all arrives. I'm still waiting on a few things to arrive, so it will be on my channel at some point. And here is the finished look, Total Peach Overload, which was what I was definitely going for. And now I'll run through all of these two palettes. And I'm actually quite shocked because the I Heart Makeup dupe palette actually was amazingly pigmented, super accurate. There was only that one shade that was probably like a little bit slightly out, but you couldn't really tell. So I am just absolutely stoked. So like I said in the beginning, I know that Too Faced has now made the Sweet Peach palette a permanent line, but not everyone can afford that. So if you really want to get your hands on some of these gorgeous shades, don't want to spend a god fortune, then definitely try and get your hands on the I Heart Makeup. Yeah, this is the Chocolate and Peaches palette. This is amazing. If you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful in any which way, then please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button because I've got some really cool stuff coming and you're gonna miss out if you don't, and you'll be seeing my face in the next one.